All right, I am here with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and today we're going to discuss something that we've kind of hit on in the past, but it's different at each supermarket or each grocery store, and that is slip and fall injuries. And there are a lot of occurrences at retail establishments, grocery stores, supermarkets, where a floor can be very slippery, but most retailers will put up signs that say slippery when wet, or they'll block off an area, and unfortunately sometimes this is not the case. And I think we've all probably seen videos on the internet or situations where there may be one sign or a little sign, but the water could still be wet. And with Northgate González markets being one of the largest growing markets in the Los Angeles area, the San Diego area, the Anaheim area, David, if there's an employee that is negligent and doesn't put up signs or mops and actually does a worse job and mops more water all over the floor, what is the stance from a legal standpoint?
Well, it's case by case from a legal standpoint, but just to give you a general idea, we've had cases where you see a spill occur, the store becomes aware of the store, and they come and put signs up and they start cleaning up, which is great. But sometimes, I mean, we've had it to where you clearly can see that they can section off that area, they can close it off to where you can make sure that whatever slippery substance exists, and a lot of times it depends on what slippery substance you're talking about. Sometimes the slippery substance is pretty hard to get rid of, and you really need to close off that section and not allow any foot traffic, because even though you're in the process of cleaning it up, even though you may have picked up most of whatever fluid you believe has been on the floor that is slippery, there are areas that are still slippery. So even if you put signs and you tell people, you know, be careful or wet floor or not, no matter how much somebody can be careful and walk within a normal gait, they still will fall and slip. I mean, it's just like kind of like telling somebody, okay, there's ice here, be careful. You're still likely to slip and fall even if there's a warning. Just because you put a warning doesn't mean that a slip and fall is not going to occur. So my opinion as a lawyer and my argument is always like, look, just section off that area, make sure that it's clean and it doesn't pose as any slip hazard before you allow anybody to walk and traverse that area, because you may have missed a spot that's not fully dry yet or fully wiped up that can cause somebody to slip and fall. And as we've discussed before, the consequences of a slip and fall are pretty severe, because unlike sometimes when you're sitting in a car, you're protected by a car, which again, you could still sustain severe injuries in a car accident, but in a slip and fall, it's just your flesh and bones that's protecting you. And so when you hit the ground really hard, you can sustain pretty severe injuries. And unfortunately, sometimes the injuries are to the point to where people have to undergo surgery to get some pain relief as a result of the injuries.
Absolutely, and if you have been in a slip and fall accident or a trip and fall or any type of injury has occurred at Northgate González markets, please feel free to contact the law offices of David Azizi. If you've had any type of slip and fall injury, please feel free to contact them, and they will be more than happy to assist you and help you better understand what the options are moving forward. Thank you very much for your time, David.
All right, thank you.